Now, so there are two friends, Liz and Barbara. So this is Liz, and Barbara is her friend here. Now, what happens? We have a scene in which Liz, the lady with the brown hair, is going towards her car. We have some information about her in that she has split from her husband and thinks that perhaps this abusive husband might be still pursuing her. Now, there's a clue here, and that is this music box. This music box was a gift that he gave her when they were together. So it is a sign for her, and suddenly she's been attacked by a man. Now, she's clever in that she can escape this situation. She does talk to her friend Barbara about it, but she doesn't really tell her the details. Neither of them have met each other's spouses, so Barbara here has a boyfriend, and for some reason they weren't really friendly, although they claim to be very good friends, but during a period of time they weren't in contact. Also, we have some scenes in which Liz has been followed by her ex-husband, so she's quite worried. So for instance here, she's looking out the window and there is someone who's watching her flat. There you go, so someone in a red car is watching her. Here is Barbara's boyfriend called Gunnar. And they seem to be in a very good place in their relationship. She's bought him a nice watch.
And I preset the alarm, so every time it rings. Well, it's been a couple
now she's speaking to Liz, and they're talking about taking a vacation together, but Gunnar is not invited. She finally rings the police, but then she wants some time off, and she does invite her friend Barbara. Barbara is leaving, and she says goodbye to her boyfriend. Now also she's trying to get into a safety deposit box. Perhaps she's going to withdraw some money, or maybe there's something valuable there that she needs to pick up. Yes, and this is the start of their trip. They're taking a road trip to the countryside in which they know a snowstorm is about to hit. This is them going. They stop at a diner to get some food, but again she sees the red car. Now she hasn't told Barbara about this person who's following her, but she knows that it must be her ex-husband. It must be very unnerving to see this all the time, someone watching you.
Hey honey, it's me. We just pulled off the highway. Talk about desolate. Anyway.
Yes, so it's off the highway and it's desolate, as she says. Now they continue driving.
Lack of confidence, self-esteem.
And on the drive, she also admits to her friend Barbara that she was in a abusive relationship. But then I don't see why she's such a nice and beautiful woman. Why would she have low self-esteem and things like that? But then you would be surprised. They arrive at the property. This is a house in the countryside that they have rented for I think maybe 3 or 4 days, I would think. And this is the real estate lady who's renting it out to her. She just points out
do not go into the gun cabinet. It's in the lease.
Yes, do not go into the gun cabinet.
Well, run really fast and get ready.
I would have thought that as a given, but anyway.
Well, it's just as nice as you described.
Oh, good.
It is a beautiful house made of wood.
About a mile away, but the trick
Good
is
to relax. There is that red car again. So then Barbara does realize that something is wrong. But then Liz, I think, is just being a good friend, and she's trying to keep her away from danger and not to make her worried about things. That's what I think. Now the next day they wake up and they go skiing on their water ski. It was quite a lot of fun. Also they use the hot tub. So this is what we're talking about, right? If you're on a holiday, you don't want to be worried about things. You know, you're probably exhausted from a lot of work and anxiety of the city, and you want to just chill and relax. So I would have taken the opportunity to use every facility there and have a good time.
But I told them that we would tough it out ourselves.
Yes, and everyone warns them of the storm, so that's the real estate lady, someone they meet on the way. Now Barbara goes into town, she gets a coffee, she gets a beverage at, it seems to be a pub or some social club, I don't know. And she does meet the police officer there.
Leo's Market.
Now, again, the real estate lady seems to be very sweet. She comes to check on both of them. Now, poor Barbara is getting harassed by a man in town. So we think this is an accomplice of the ex-husband of Liz.
Figure if you're gonna get stranded, better go for the free satellite.
So he's harassing her, and there's also trouble with the engine. Yeah, the battery specifically. And this man does help her, but he's the same man who harassed her, and she takes off. She tells her friend Liz about it.
Why, he said its tags had expired.
That's disgusting.
That's when I knew something was wrong with him. I started to question everything he had ever told me.
And they talk about what the ex-husband was like. I mean, there's always two sides to a story, but then if someone is abusive and violent and things like that, there's no excuse. Police said not to go in the gun cabinet, weapons cabinet, but she's fiddling with the door. So I think they're just worried because she was harassed in the town by a random guy, and also Liz is worried that her ex-husband will show up and at the very least injure her.
My girlfriend and I are renting the Howard Place near Marshall Falls. We believe that we are being stalked.
She does get in contact with the local police, but he doesn't seem to be taking it too seriously.
It's going to be dark soon.
Now, they were playing cards a minute ago and then having some wine, and also I don't know how able they are, how well they're trained in handling a firearm, but then if you're not, then it's very dangerous, so they keep the bullets out. And here's the man in the red car again, the stalker. Has he come into their house today? Now, I don't see why, if someone is being followed, why they would go to a very desolate place like this, where the police is not responsive, there's no one around. If something happened to her, like there wouldn't be a neighbor you could call.
I doubt it.
And why would you do that? I'm not sure. If you're feeling worried in a crowded city, how wouldn't you feel extra worried in a desolate place?
Jim, $2 million.
Now, he does come in. Unfortunately, he does come into the house. And they realize it's that man who was harassing Barbara in town, and they've shot him. There you go. But it's not the husband. Yeah, so it's one of his inmates, isn't it? His ex-husband was in prison as well.
His shoes don't match the tracks I saw in the snow today.
What? That means Dale's out there.
So Dale is the ex-husband.
Come on, we have to check the doors.
This man is gone, but where do you think Dale is? Yes, he's just around the corner to attack them. So the two had come in together, Dale and the man who was just shot. And the two girls try to attack him together, and she misfires. And unfortunately, he throws her against the fireplace, and she gets a fatal hit and dies. Now Barbara is able to flee the scene with her snowmobile, but then she takes a fall as well, and she wakes up the next morning. Now she sees her boyfriend. The boyfriend she had rang the night before saying that, I'm very worried, is it possible you come here because there's someone stalking us, and he's on his way.
An assault, a possible.
Or he rings the police. Let's see.
Maybe involved here.
Now they get to the property and she falls asleep. Then she wakes up and she is not able to find Gunnar, her boyfriend. She looks around the property, the body is gone, and she does ring the police. When she comes out, she sees her boyfriend Gunnar. His whole demeanor is kind of off. So you're kind of thinking, okay,
Well, it turns out I didn't know Liz as well
what's
as I
going
thought I
on?
did.
He actually didn't ring the police, did he? And he's actually in on all this. He's taken the two bodies, of course his inmate and poor Liz that he killed the night before. It was him all
I
along.
don't mind them. They don't talk voice anymore.
Now they drive away. He's trying to get her to dig a grave for the two so he can get rid of the bodies.
Ask me if I can.
Well, you know, I saw you guys at the bank.
Yeah, so he was following them, and this is about money. The whole thing is about money. Now Liz did go into the bank to check her deposit, probably a lot of money, and then she did say, I got a lot of money from my ex-husband, and he was steadfast in coming out of prison and getting the money from me. So this is all about this money and nothing else. So she hits him with this shovel and runs off. But again, the car has a weak battery. She does run away, but he is enraged and the car gets knocked off the road. She lands upside down in a heap of snow, and he tries to take her out because she's the only one potentially who knows where the money is. Liz is dead, so she's the next best thing. And
You want it so bad, you come in here and get it yourself.
he throws some petrol onto the car, and he has a flame as well, but then she tricks him and she runs off, and this is what happens to him. Now, very happy ending. Why? Because a letter comes in for her with the key to the deposit box, and she poses as her friend Liz and takes all the money.